So in here, I think, Jordan, I'll start with you. I know you've announced things along what we call the AI fabric, basically. If you want to exchange fabric, what problems do you see really in the WAN for that type of AI workloads, and how you're solving?
Thanks for that, Nabil. It's the AI Exchange, and we launched it about a month or two ago at Megaport. And what we're trying to solve for is take the customers that sit on our platform today and allow them to meet up and match and connect with other customers, other partners, CSPs, private cloud, bare metal, GPU as service providers, and allow them to have that agility, the choice. I love the term you use. There's a bit of arbitrage in there as well. And being able to go and select what compute do they need. GPUs, they can select if they need a Blackwell or an H100, or do they simply want to go to AWS and leverage a platform like Bedrock to get to Titan, or build out their own models or foundation models with something like SageMaker. And so we've built this exchange to really provide choice to our customers and flexibility, and then be able to dial up and dial down the capacity they need. Because I think a lot of customers today, for us, our enterprise customers, they don't know what they don't know at this point. They're still trying to figure it out. And we give them the ability to kind of test that out, turn the dial, add more capacity where needed, and then also figure out what are the requirements for those workloads, whether it's a training model, an inferencing instantiation, jitter, loss, delay. What does that look like? Where do they need to place those workloads? And that's really the focus of what the AI Exchange provides.
So what I'll do that we didn't do the throw as you speak. If you do,
yeah, no worries. So Jordan, I'm Director of Strategic Solutions at Megaport. In my role, I build, design, and drive. I'm losing the mic here. Build, design, and drive new designs, new services and products as I hear them come from our customer base. For example, right now, one of those things is how to design for high-capacity AI workloads and also encryption. Line rate encryption, 150, 200 gig of encryption on demand for verticals like healthcare and fintech and FinServe. And Megaport, traditionally, what we've done is focused on being able to build capacity into about 850 data centers globally. We have 280 on-ramps, and then DC to DC, cloud to DC, edge to DC, and that's really the focus of our platform.
Very good. Thanks, Jordan.
Being proactive, where some kind of correlation is happening, and to the final stage is where, what Alvin just mentioned, is where you can take, or the AI can take decisions which may be deployed or may not be deployed. It may be a pilot or may not be pilot. Now, in Alvin's case, he's saying he's more using it as a co-pilot. We have developed a model where it's both a pilot and a co-pilot, depending on the severity or the priority in the level at which it falls, right? So, we are using both at this point of time.
This is a trust. I guess when you trust what it comes up with, you could turn it to make an autonomous decision to take action rather than rely on people taking action.
Correct.
Jordan, what you?
Yes, we're leveraging IBM Cloud Pak for AI ops, and we most recently have implemented closed loop remediation for a number of events. So of course we're using some of the advanced event correlation, but now we're actually making topology changes. We're making metric changes. We're actually adding capacity automatically using runbooks, using that automation. That we're actually getting dynamic thresholds fed to us by the AI engine, using those thresholds to allow us to make decisions, whether it means bouncing a route peer on our IX service exchange, or monitoring SLAs, jitter, loss, delay for our customer services, and making sure that we've got the correct amount of capacity to ensure there are no outages or no service interruptions, and making sure that customer is receiving exactly the service they expect. So we have manual intervention, but we also now have the closed loop remediation. And we're looking at, and we talk about these thresholds. I think if we were talking 10, 12 years ago, we'd be talking about predictive analytics. And we're calling it AI now, of course. But we might look at an optic, we might look at a transponder and say, I see 3 dB loss. But I know now, because I've monitored enough optics over time, that if I see that 3 dB loss over a certain period of time, I'm going to potentially have an outage. I should bring up another route and take that one down, schedule it for maintenance, take that optic out, take that transponder out, and make an automated decision about that to ensure that we've got the capacity in place for our customers as needed. So we're slowly phasing in this automated remediation, and so far so good, and we'll continue on the journey.
Very good, thanks. Yeah, these are important part. I think we all experience the same thing, actually, understand that there are a lot of techniques. And one thing that I caught up on what you said, whenever we say AI, I mean, somebody used the term earlier, referred to it as augmented intelligence, co-pilot, basically assisting people to solve, but then you could relegate autonomous action if you want to. But it's not all about machine learning. There is expert rules that could be embedded in. I believe, also, Sean, you mentioned earlier runbooks that are tribal knowledge that being embedded in that could be triggered based on some things that happen. Just to be allow the audience in here to ask any question. I do have a couple of points that I want to get back to, but before we run out of time, anybody has any question to the panelists or any thought? John? All right.